What does it cost to live a fulfilling life? Is it spending half of our lives chasing that red Ferrari? Is it saving up to have kids? Is it being able to retire our parents? Growing up, I had the fear of becoming a boring adult, a person that would not go and live their life. At times, that fear is real. I go to work, I come back home, I go to work, I come back home, I go to work, and guess what? I come back home. I feel like my life is on autopilot. I feel like I'm just existing. I feel numb to it all. Sometimes I'm just searching for that feeling of being alive, to be present, and not feeling like my entire life is on autopilot. As they say, life is a highway. You can either stay on autopilot or you can take control. Part of taking control is experimenting with new things in your life. Trying that new fried chicken place that you've never been to. Trying a new recipe that you've never made before. Trying a new hobby that you wanted to do but always put off. Part of taking control is taking that detour, taking on that side quest that you've been putting off for the past few months. Now, whilst you're actually completing these side quests in your life, you are bound to encounter some kind of embarrassment. It's like life. It's inevitable. True embarrassment is like getting petrified in the moment. You are frozen in time in the deeply uncomfortable emotion of embarrassment. That's great, Amaya, but what do you actually need to live a life without regrets? The cost of living a fulfilling life, the courage to not worry about what the next door auntie is going to say, the courage to live a life without having to wonder, what if? Is the courage to go out there and make a fool of yourself. Embarrassment is a side effect of effort. Losing a game is a side effect of becoming a great athlete. Not getting a laugh is a side effect of becoming a great comedian. Not having a profitable month is a side effect of becoming a great entrepreneur. You can't become any of those things without experiencing the side effects. It's the same with being human. You literally cannot get what you want without some cringe, some embarrassment, or some awkwardness. Embarrassment is like a muscle. The more you use it, the less you'll feel embarrassed. Like literally, stop watching this video, go and do one cringe thing or one embarrassing thing that you've been wanting to do for a very long time, but you thought it was cringe to others. It's going to be cringe to actually start reading books because you've been wanting to rein in your screen time and not be like your friends, but you should do it. It's going to be cringe no matter what you start out with. The first few months is probably going to be cringe. People might throw names at you. People might not even care what you're doing. And I think that's kind of the beauty of it, is that you're doing it for yourself. And you personally do not care how it looks, what it is, or how it looks to other people. Maybe you want to start practicing your art and posting it online. Go for it, post it. At least it's made by a human, you know? At least life is precious, it's temporary, and one of the main things you're guaranteed within it, sadly, is death. Why not just go out there and tick off every single bucket list that you can? Embarrassment is a side effect of living a full life. That's a life where you're not ashamed of or embarrassed to push yourself too hard. You unpetrify yourself from that embarrassment. You detach yourself from the moment and realize it wasn't that bad. I asked a girl out, and it was one of the scariest experiences of my life. My heart was pounding, my hands were starting to feel sweaty, and as I'm saying the words, my tone is like changing ever so often. It feels like I'm stuttering, but I'm just about like barely just holding it together. And that was such an embarrassing experience of my life. But you know what? True embarrassment requires sincerity, vulnerability. True embarrassment keeps you up at night. Unfortunately, in a ridiculously human dichotomy, the risk of embarrassment goes hand in hand with just about anything that makes life worth living. I'm glad I did it, because who's going to remember that? Nobody. You miss 100% of the shots that you don't take. I just want to end off the video with a few quotes. I want to read out a quote We have normalized not trying anything new for the risk of looking bad, and we wonder why nothing feels new anymore. It's because you're not putting your gifts, your ideas, your brilliance into the world. No one has what you have. Never allow anyone, especially yourself, to tell you that differently. I hope you guys enjoyed this week's video. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.